Fire Force, a show that I don't like all that much. A show that is extremely hard to watch, but for some reason I'm here making a video on it. The fuck? You'd be confused as to say, why don't I like this show? Because I like JJK, Naruto, One Piece, and this is similar to those. On top of that, it has amazing animation, cinematography, choreography, and some pretty decent comedy. Even though some of it can get pretty unfunny after a certain point. Some of it was never funny. Never. For me, the biggest problem Fire Force has overall is its plot progression. It has an interesting world, interesting characters, and a pretty interesting story. But even with all these good things, the story and the plot still managed to completely take me out of my immersion and end up messing up what could have been an amazing anime. How, you might ask? How does this anime with all these great things that you just spoke of manage to be bad? Simple. It's Shinra. Whoa, what are you trying to say? Shinra's a great character. He's a good guy, a hero, powerful, all this good stuff. That would be all fine and dandy if it wasn't for one simple thing. It's basically like the world revolves around him. Shinra can be walking down the street and bam, the main villain. He can be at a convenience store, bam, the devil, Satan just appears in his fucking bed. Like, some of you might agree with what I'm saying, but most of you might just say, it's shown in anime, things like this happen. Well, that might be true, they're not this blatant about it. Real quick, spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched the anime yet. In season 2, that episode that Licht and Shinra go to investigate in that one facility that's fucking around with these kids and their Dola bursts, the beginning was fine. They went naturally. Their team went to support them. Naturally. Company 8 does what they sought to do from the jump, from the beginning of the arc. But the White Clad show up. This wouldn't be a problem if it hadn't been happening in every single arc up until this point. But now let's take a look at what I consider the best arc in the series, or section. The section where Joker and Benimaru attack the church. In my opinion, I consider this to be peak Fire Force. When Fire Force is at its best is when Fire Force is like it is in this section of the show. Not only the fact that it stars 3 of the best characters in Fire Force, but the interesting world and the characters inhabiting it. And on top of that, we have great fights and animation. Parts like these in an anime are what keep me invested and immersed the most. Immersion is a really important thing for an anime, and when that immersion is broken, it is so hard for me to experience the show as it was intended to, making it extremely difficult for me to even watch. But even with all that being said, the positives outweigh the negatives. With a unique story, unique characters, and a decent power system that really hold this series on its back. Here's hoping that the show gets better, because even though I said I didn't like it all that much, I don't really dislike the show. It can improve a lot, and here's hoping it does. And now, for the first time, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.